the wheat unloading building by the silos. We're back in the boonies.
This place seems somewhat familiar to Marie Vitale, but she can't quite figure out how she ended up here.
Oh, I have no idea, Mom, what street we're on. We're back in...
Marie's state of confusion isn't just due to a wrong turn. There's something wrong inside her brain, killing off her ability to remember. Marie has early onset Alzheimer's.
We're saying a long goodbye. And I don't know. I don't know when that will be final. I don't know when will be the last time that Marie hugs me and knows that it's me. Sorry.
While Marie may be among Alzheimer's youngest victims, she and her family are hardly alone. Dr. Richard O'Brien chairs the neurology department at Johns Hopkins Bayview Medical Center.
If you look at the projections about the number of patients with Alzheimer's disease in this country, I mean, it's scary. Our population is aging significantly. The incidence of dementia in people over the age of 80 is probably 1 in 3.
Among those statistics, Rachel Stauffer, who, like all victims, experience a buildup of beta amyloid, a protein that clogs information passing between brain neurons and synapses.
And it becomes this sort of all-out war on the synapse to try and solve the problem. But unfortunately, the brain can't solve this problem. There's too much being made or not enough cleared away, and it just can't take care of the problem. And over time, the neurons will actually say, all right, you know what, we're spending too much time and too much energy on this problem. We can't fix it. Stop everything and give up. And the cells will actually tell themselves to kill themselves.
It's a quiet death, and by the time it's detected, the loss is substantial. Remember Marie driving, lost in her own neighborhood? That was 2 years ago, just months after her official diagnosis. These days, Marie no longer drives.
She sees all the things she used to do and can't do now and just gets depressed.
I think it's very important that I stay safe and not rumple out the family anymore. You know, they want us to... Obviously, you know, I can't recall things very well, but it's the way it is.
It's a huge family issue. All the decisions of when you have to give up the car, when you can't be driving, when you need more supervision, how much home care you're going to need, and when it's too much to take care of at home, all of that's a family process.
And no family, no matter how prominent, is immune.
And then there's a long period of time when they just don't know your name. And that's very hard for a child. It's very hard.
Senator Jay Rockefeller's mother, Blanchette, devoted much of her life to public service and the arts. And her personality?
Oh, just a starburst. She had an extremely sort of cultured background, was a great connoisseur of art, loved music, was a wonderful piano player, an endless interest in people.
Alzheimer's not only robbed Blanchette of her own memory, it violated her family's memory of her.
And it's a terrible thing because it's you don't know what part of her life to concentrate on. What I want to do is to focus on this sort of brilliant civic leader, giver, world traveler? Or do I focus on the unhappy part, which is her ending, her long period of ending? And I think the ultimate sadness is that as much as I want to tell myself that I'm going to concentrate on when she was at her best, it's very hard to get away from the end, because it doesn't leave you. And that was already 16 years ago, and it hasn't left me. But what also hasn't left me is the desire to do something about it.
That something is this: the Blanchette Rockefeller Neurosciences Institute, nestled in the hills of West Virginia. It's devoted to the study of brain disorders. Scientists here believe they've already made an exciting breakthrough with ryostatin, a drug derived from a marine creature.
And we think this is a fairly unique class of drugs that can induce the brain to make new connections and new synapses. We may be able to do something that hasn't been done before, which is to actually develop a drug to prevent or stop the progression of the disease, not just ameliorate the symptoms, but to actually stop or halt the way this disease progresses to its, unfortunately, ravaging devastation.
If you can find the cure for Alzheimer's, how many millions of lives do you save across the world?
Could Blanchette Rockefeller's legacy be a key that unlocks the mystery of memory loss? For the millions of people like Marie Vitale and her family, time is running out.
The dynamic of a 45-year-old, a beautiful 45-year-old daughter being diagnosed, it's devastating. She was such a bright, shining light. To see that light slowly and steadily just fade away.